Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's an open the box, and I know with this particular game I'm a bit late to the party, but I've heard that once this game is sold out, it won't be reprinted for quite a while. It is Lock and Load's Heroes of Normandy. Lock and Load tactical system. Been wanting to get into this for a while, and as I say, what I heard sort of gave me the push to get started with it. I know there's been lots of unboxings of this particular game, but here's my one. So what's this all about? 6th of June 1944, Operation Overlord is launched. It's up to you to command audacious American and British paratroopers and glider troops in daring missions against stalwart defensive positions and fiendish counterattacks by the German Wehrmacht, SS and Fallschirmjägers, who are defending the Atlantic wall of Hitler's fortress Europe. Heroes of Normandy is a complete game in the Lock and Load tactical series. From the initial D-Day paratrooper drops, to the fighting in the Norman Bocage, and on to Operation Market Garden later in September, you can take charge of infantry squads and intrepid individuals, such as skilled leaders and heroes. Aim at approaching tanks with bazookas, Piats and Panzerfausts, and find the range with heavy mortars and numerous anti-tank guns. Vehicles, especially tanks, also clatter onto the battlefield to take on the infantry and, of course, each other. M4A1 Shermans, M5A1 Stuarts, Fireflies and Cromwells square off against Panzer IIIs and IVs, as well as the big cats, Panthers and Tigers. It's squad-level tactical combat at its most exciting. So the game includes 6 geomorphic 12 3/4 by 8 1/4 inch maps, 6 sheets of 670 plus counters, 1 colour core rule manual, 1 colour module booklet, 31 scenarios, 3 11 by 17 player A cards, 2 8.5 by 11 player A cards, and 2 D6 dice. Game credits the producers David Heath, Blackwell Hurd, lead game design and development Jeff Lewis, art director Mark von Marshall, counter art Nicholas Escubi, the map art Mark von Marshall, editor Jeff Lewis, and box design Blackwell Hurd. Right, this is the second printing. Let's get the shrink wrap off. The shrink wrap is off, so let's open the box. Right, let's move that away. I was looking for a sort of squad level game, and this was on my radar, but because of what I heard, that once this sells out, it will not be reprinted for quite a while, I thought I'd take the plunge. I have my platoon level games that I like. One is, of course, the Nations at War series, and I do like Panzer Grenadier as well. And for Modern War, we've got World at War 85, again from Lock and Load. So, what do we get here? A couple of dice, and the rules. Now, these are the 4.1 rules, which have been superseded, of course, so I won't go through it. Everybody now uses the version 5 rules, which you can download if you don't have a copy from Lock and Load Publishing. But of course they are, if you've not heard, bringing out soon the 5.1 rules, again available for download as soon as they're ready. But for now, of course, I will be using the 5.0 rules, so this is not going to be used, and I believe David Heath said that when they do reprint the new printing of them, they won't include these rules anymore because everybody uses the new ones. But next is the module rules and scenarios, which we will be using, of course. So there we are. This comes in at 90 pages, 91. And all the special module rules for this are in here. Mortars, piats, smoke laying, national characteristics of the American, British and German forces, and the scenario information. Bit of advertising, tons of stuff in this tactical series. And there we are, first scenario. So not many sort of module rules at all, just a few pages. And if you're familiar with lock and load, this is very similar to Nations at War, where you have the order of battle, the map, any special scenario rules, a little bit of background. And here, stop, please don't read, because there's special sort of locations on the map that when you sight them or move into them, something happens. So, mustn't look at that. And there's another one. Oh, crikey. Overlord begins. But as you can see, there's going to be tons and tons of scenarios. And some great pictures as well. Saving Brigadier Hill. Sniper's Den. I think the Gimpy Gamer did this scenario. There we go, look at this. Tons to be getting on with. Holding Hell's Highway. Right. In case you're wondering why it's in a big 3-inch deep box, there are, I believe, a few expansions. So hopefully they'll all go in there. I've got not an expansion, but a thing that goes with this, so that'll go nicely in that box as well. So what's next? It's the maps, and these are single-sided, and everybody comments on the fact that how good they look, and they are nice looking maps. Get right into the detail there. And lovely small footprint. Even with 2, it's not going to be a huge sort of footprint for your table. So there we go. Nice little map area there. So this is number 16. Previous was 13. I think they're out of order. Here's 14 with some roads this time. 15. And it's quite sort of nice card. And they lay flat, as you can see. Just bend them back slightly. They lay flat, so you don't even need your plexi. 18. That's more sort of a city. Concrete roads, looks like. And lastly, number 17, bridge. Market garden, perhaps. So there we are. Those are the maps. Next are the counters, 6 sheets of them. Here we are. You zoom out a bit. There we go. Thick. And these are the pop-out, pop-in ones that lock and load are so well known for. Here's some SS at the top. Hope you can see that. This is the shaken side. Second sheet. The Americans. For your tanks, whether or not they're buttoned up or open. And the vehicles are bigger counters. Oh yeah, here we are, buttoned. Shaken again on the other side. So, oh, there's some heroes there. Crew. Ah, leaders. So you've got multi-man counters and single-man counters. Everybody that's played it says that even though the new 5.0 rulebook is over 200 pages, it's very easy to read. And the system is quite amenable. Should be getting into it straight away. I've looked through the manual. It doesn't look that bad. Full of colour, full of pictures. So in the future, you'll see how I get on. Here's number 3. This is the German Wehrmacht. And they do just pop out. There we go. And pop in again. So same sort of thing. Leaders. Tiger 1s, Stugs. Marders. Panzer 3s. Yeah, great. And the shaken sides. Oh, it's popping out. Pop him in there. See what I mean? You won't be spending too long punching and clipping because you don't need to clip. Number 4, some more Americans. With the heroes again. And these are the skills, I believe. Rex, wounded, and some more vehicles. And anti-tank guns. Good. Some more admin counters, fired move, assault move, melee, shaken, bunkers, wire. This acquired. Is that like Nations at War? We shall find out. Yeah, there's the move, crawl, spotted, upper level. Yes, some buildings have more than one level. Mines, foxholes, abandoned. Of course, I've seen a few videos. It looks very good. So, I've entered the world of Lock and Load Tactical. And last but not least, it's us, it's the Brits. Leaders, Bren, the old Piat, Vickers, star shells and smoke. These are the events I was telling you about. Mustn't read. You put those on the map, and when you get line of sight or occupy it, you reveal it. It's a surprise for the first time. Of course, the second time you play the scenario, it's not going to be, but there we go. Stealth. That's it. That's the counters. The rest of the box has the rule reference cards and player aids. And here's the first one telling you exactly what the counters mean. Squad, squad, half squad, scout. I was calling them multi-man and single man, but I think technically it's squad and half squad. There we are. What some of the support weapons do. Gliders, British Airborne, the Icon Legend. Here's another rules reference card with the legend and what these things mean, making it easy to understand using, say, these icons. The idea being, once you've got an idea of the rules, you can then use these to move yourself along without having to keep getting the rule book out. As Lock and Load say, play the game, not the rules. Weapons, ammo and targets. All the ordnance here for the Allies and the Germans. Sequence of play, there you go. Turn track. And the space for the casualties. Some DRMs here for vehicles. Optional speed modifiers. That's going to be single-sided because you're going to have that on the table. Terrain effects chart. This is a bifold. There we go. Crikey. That looks good. Direct fire. I think that means die roll modifications. Ordnance fire table. Direct fire table there. Melee table. And last but not least, a skill reference card. So certain leaders and heroes and things have skills, I believe. And this is a complete list of them. There we go. I understand now that these have been printed on poker-sized cards, so you don't have to have this quite large player aid hanging about. So you just take out the skills from the deck. And the original Grognard has done a video on them showing you what they look like. So check that out. The only problem is, for us in this part of the world, is that they're only available through Wargame Vault. And you order them and they ship them to you. But with the postage the way it is, the cost is very high. I think the cards only cost $4.99 in dollars. But for us to get them over here, it's about $12, $14. So, you know, we'll stick with this for now. But for you guys across the pond, they look a great option. And us wargamers do like our bling. So that's it in the box. Just before I go, I got a couple of other things, one of which is the Lock and Load Tactical Solo System. And I'll do an unboxing for that on its own. The other thing, though, was the X-Maps for this game. So let's have a look at those. Here's one of them. Look, they're huge, but the detail is quite outstanding. So you can see how big they are. The card feels a little bit thinner than the maps in the game, but most of us use a bit of plexi. But as you can see, though, they still sort of lay flat. So just duplications of the maps in the game, but bigger. Building there. Look really good. Even the trees. Great artwork. And the last one, the bridge. You don't need these for the game, so why get them? Well, let me show you. Here's the bridge map that you get in the game. And I've punched a couple of Brits. So if we zoom in a bit and we pop them there, you see they just fit into the hex. Not a problem. But you've got to stack. However, with the X map, crikey, There you go. You can see what you've got in the hex. The cover of the X maps also doubles as a player aid chart, and this is probably a duplication of the ones that you get in the box. Direct fire, die roll modifications, and direct fire table and ordnance fire table. But if it isn't, you'll soon find out. So there we are. This has been an Open the Box, an unboxing of Heroes of Normandy, part of the Lock and Load tactical system, published by Lock and Load Publishing. Get it while you can if you're interested, because, as I said, once these are sold out, Lock and Load say they don't have any immediate plans to reprint it. And don't be put off by the 4.1 rules if you want, because the game is perfectly playable with them. But the version 5.0 rules are available for free to download from the Lock and Load Publishing website. I keep mine on my old tablet so they're easy to get at. And version 5.1 are due out soon. And that's basically clarifications, a few rewritings of the rules to make them clearer and that sort of thing. And the other thing, of course, X maps. You don't actually need them, but my goodness, they look good and they're big. So looking forward to trying this system. So thank you, Lock and Load Publishing, for giving me the impetus to buy this because of the danger of it being out of stock for a while. Well, hope you enjoyed that. If you have and you haven't done so already, would you do us a favour and just consider subscribing to the channel? I know a lot of you don't bother with subscribing to channels, but it really does help. Push the like button of the video, the thumbs up, that helps as well, and the bell if you want to be informed of other uploads. Thank you to those that have already subscribed. Thank you. And as I always say, if you want to help the channel a little bit more, you can by buying the channel a coffee. It doesn't cost much, and it all goes towards new content for the channel to upload. So, until next time, as always, you take care and goodbye.